What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is gun season here in Tennessee, and my son and I are going to try to get after them today. We are still seeing a little bit of buck activity. There's some chasing, not a whole lot. Most of it's smaller bucks. We're seeing a bunch of does and fawns this year, though, which is a good thing. Eventually, the bucks are going to start coming through, chasing after those does and fawns. It's just a matter of timing and whether we're out there and in the right spot at the right time. Anyway, we're going to get out here and get after it, so let's hit it. Opening morning of Tennessee gun season, and I am down in the pine thicket this morning. I brought my saddle, and the plan was to get 8 or 10 feet up in a tree down here in the thicket, but it's so thick of a canopy that you can't see, so I'm actually hunting from the ground in my saddle. I'm set up here over an intersection of 2 trails. Hopefully we get something coming through here that's a shooter. The wind died down overnight. It's perfectly calm out here this morning. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 39 degrees. So it's a fantastic morning. It's going to be overcast all day today, so we'll see if anything comes through this morning. Folks, I don't know what to say. I am floored at the lack of activity this morning. All I've had come through is a doe and fawn, and I didn't get them on camera because they came in so fast that they were within 10 yards just like that before I could even react. And so they were right here in front of me, and they just made their way through. It's probably the same doe and fawn I saw yesterday evening, actually. It looked like it anyway. They made their way on out past my tree stand where I was in yesterday evening. I've heard 4 shots all morning long. That's crazy for opening morning of gun season here to only have 4 gunshots. Anyway, I'm going to have to get out of here in a minute, but I'm going to try to get all my stuff taken care of early this afternoon so that I can get back in the stand this afternoon, and I'm probably going to try to go to another farm this afternoon and go see what kind of action I have happening over there. But anyway, I'm going to start taking my camera stuff down and start to walk out of here, so alrighty, I'm back out here this afternoon, and I did come over to a different farm over here. So this is the same area where I had all those bucks come running in on me last year, and I only hunted over here like 2 or 3 sits. Well, my son and I came over here last week and brought a ladder stand and put it up over here. So I'm up in the ladder stand, and moving in, but up on the flats on either side of me, they're just destroyed. There's scrapes and rubs everywhere, so I'm hoping that maybe the deer will come down here in the holler when they're crossing back and forth between the big flats. Those flats are probably, I'm going to say, 60 to 70 feet elevation higher than where I'm at, but they are thick, thick, thick. They were logged about 15 years ago, and they are just a jungle. It is, you can't see more than 10, 12 yards up there in those on those flats. So hopefully the deer will come down here in the bottom, and maybe something will show up here this afternoon, since this morning was a little bit of a bust. I don't know. We'll see. It's a beautiful afternoon, though. Weather feels fantastic. Alrighty, everybody, I am back in the stand now. It is Sunday afternoon, so yesterday morning was opening of Tennessee gun season. Went to church this morning, and I know rut's starting, and I know a lot of people say do whatever you got to do to be in the woods whenever the rut's going on, but we had church obligations that had to be fulfilled this morning, and then we had meetings after church. So I felt like it was necessary for us to be there, and so be it. If I missed out on a chance on a big deer, then that's just the way it was going to be. And checked my camera, and the camera right here in front of me, 10 yards away, the big buck that I saw on opening morning of muzzleloader was standing right in front of me at 20 yards 3 hours ago. But you know what? So be it. I made the decision that it was my priority to go to church this morning, to take the family to church, and we did. And I don't regret not being out here. If it's meant for me to kill that buck, then I'm going to kill that buck. I've seen that buck twice this season. First time my muzzleloader was on the ground. Second time it was running across the field, just wide open. And so the way I feel is, if it's meant for me to get that deer, then I'm going to get an opportunity when the time is right. So that's just how I feel about it. You make your decisions and you live your life how you feel accordingly. Anyway, gonna hang out here. It is 3:30. I've got about 2 hours and 20 minutes till dark. We'll see if he comes back through. He didn't appear to be chasing a doe. He appeared to just be cruising. My brother's out hunting across the valley, and he has not heard a lot of gunshots today, so it's warmed up today a lot. It's nearly 60 degrees out here right now, so dramatic temperature difference. I don't know what that's going to do to the deer, but I'm going to hang out and see. Folks, y'all are not going to believe this. So I'm sitting here. I'm about 125 yards. I'm about 125 yards off the road, and a truck just went down the road, pulling a trailer truck stopped down on the road. I don't know if that truck has caught the roadside on fire, or if it had debris flying off of it, and the debris has landed in the pines, in the pine thicket, and it's caught the pine thicket on fire. I don't know. But there's smoke all around me. There's ash raining down on me. I hear commotion down in the lower edge of the pines down along the side of the road. This is a really thick old pine thicket. It was supposed to be burned by the state of Tennessee this past April, and they never made it out. I've called them back again last week about coming out and burning it this March. This thicket hasn't been burned in over 40 years. So it's got a ton of undergrowth and deadfall, and the pine needles are probably 8-9 inches thick. So if this does light up, it's gonna be ugly, because it leads all the way up to the back of my house. Here comes a helicopter over now. Man, this is really concerning. I can't see anything because of the thicket. Anyway, I've texted my wife. She's gonna go drive all the way around and go check out the road frontage. That helicopter's coming over very low. That helicopter's coming right over the top of me. Man, it stinks. I mean, the smell of just burning brush is crazy. The helicopter just flew right overhead. Anyway, I hope that she texts me back with good news. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take my stuff down and get out of here. Alright, everybody. Well, my wife went and drove around. She ran into a neighbor. There was a trailer load of hay going down the road, and the whole trailer was ablaze. The bad thing is, as it was going down the road, chunks were flying off, on fire. I still see smoke down here in my pines. I'm gonna have to tear my stuff down, and I gotta walk down here and look for any kind of fire still lingering and get it put out before it spreads and becomes even worse. So, looks like my hunt is done for the day. Until next time.